Hi students, good morning. Let's begin our chapter. The Shehnai of Bismillahkhan. Bismillahkhan is a renowned Indian shehnai player. He also got chances to play shehnai on the day of independence. He belongs to a well-known family of shehnai players. And his musical instrument shehnai is an old version of pyungi. Take page number 23. The young boy took to music early in life. At the age of 3, when his mother took him to his maternal uncle's house in Benares, now Varanasi, Bismillah was fascinated watching his uncles practice the shehnai. Soon, Bismillah started accompanying his uncle Ali Bugs to the Vishnu temple of Benares, where Bugs was employed to play the shehnai. Ali Bugs would play the shehnai and Bismillah would sit captivated for hours on end. The young boy took to music early in life. Here the young boy means Bismillahkhan. Bismillahkhan started learning music in the early life itself. At the age of 3, when his mother took him to his maternal uncle's house in Benares, now that is Varanasi, Bismillah was fascinated watching his uncles practice the shehnai. Bismillah was attracted the practice of his uncle. His uncle is practicing shehnai. Soon Bismillah started accompanying his uncle Ali Bugs. His uncle name is Ali Bugs, to the Vishnu temple of Benares, where Bugs was employed to play the shehnai. In that place, his uncle's duty is to play the shehnai. Ali Bugs would play the shehnai and Bismillah would sit captivated for hours on end, which means that even at the age of 3, he listened continuously for 3 hours the music, the shehnai music. Slowly, he started getting lessons in playing the instrument and would sit practicing throughout the day. Slowly, he started to practice the music throughout the day. For years to come, the temple of Balaji and Mangalamaya and the banks of the Ganga became the young apprentice's favorite haunts where he could practice in solitude. He sit around and practice so many times to make perfect his work. Here his work is the playing of shehnai. From the age of 3 itself, he is ready to spend more than 3 hours to watch it. Later, he started to spend more time. The flowing waters of the Ganga inspired him to improvise and invent ragas that were earlier considered to be beyond the range of the shehnai. It is one of the important things in this chapter. The flowing waters of the Ganga inspired him to improvise and invent. He started to invent new ragas. He started to use new ragas in the shehnai. The early time, the people thought that some types of ragas we cannot play in the shehnai. But Bismillah changed all these ideas. He started to invent new ragas in the shehnai playing. At the age of 14, Bismillah accompanied his uncle to the Allahabad music conference. At the end of his recital, Ustad Faiz Khan patted the young boy's back and said, "Work hard and you shall make it." At the age of 14, this incident happened at the age of 14, his uncle taken him to a music program in Allahabad music conference. His uncle, uncle's name is Ali Bugs. Ali Bugs taken him to the Allahabad music conference. There, he met Ustad Faiz Khan. He gave an advice. What is the advice? Work hard and you shall make it. This is the advice that is given by Ustad Faiz Khan to Bismillahkhan. At the age of 14, Ali Bugs taken Bismillahkhan to Allahabad Music Conference. There, they met Ustad Faiz Khan and he advised the boy to work hard and you shall make it. If you are ready to work more, if you are ready to work hard, surely you will going to be a well-known in this profession. You are going to make a mark of yours in the shehnai player list. With the opening of All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938 came Bismillah's big break. This is the big break happened in the career of Bismillahkhan. What is that? All India Radio in Lucknow, the radio station in Lucknow, opening 1938 in Lucknow. All India Radio started. And he soon became an often heard shehnai player on the radio. He started to play shehnai on the radio. This is the big incident. This is the big break of the Bismillahkhan's career. When India gained independence on 15 August 1947, so Bismillahkhan became the first Indian to greet the nation with his shehnai. Underline this point. When India gained independence on 15th August 1947, Bismillahkhan became the first Indian to greet the nation with his shehnai. He poured his heart into the Rakhi Kafi from the Red Fort to an audience which included Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who later gave his famous Tryst with Destiny speech. Yeah, he made this performance in front of the Jawaharlal Nehru. There, Jawaharlal Nehru made a speech. His speech is known as Tryst with the Destiny. Bismillahkhan has given many memorable performances both in India and abroad. His first trip abroad was to Afghanistan, where King Sahir Shah was so taken by the maestro that he gifted him priceless Persian carpets and other sovereigns. The king of Afghanistan was not the only one to be fascinated with Bismillah's music. There, Bismillahkhan has given many memorable performances both in India and in abroad. And the king of the Afghanistan was attracted by his performance. He had given so many prizes to him. Not only the king of Afghanistan, but some other people are also interested in the music of Bismillahkhan. Film director Vijay Bhatt was so impressed after hearing Bismillah's play at a festival that he named a film after the instrument called Gunj Udi Shehnai, the name of that film. The film was a hit and one of Bismillahkhan's composition, Dil Ka Khilona Hai Tu Gaya, turned out to be a national-wide chartbuster. And despite this huge success in the celluloid world, Bismillahkhan's ventures in film music were limited into two: Vijay Bhatt's Gung Uti Shehnai and Vikram Srinivas Kannada's venture. Actually, his entry to the film world is also a breaking one. He made a record, but he was not interested to continue that profession. I just cannot come to terms with the artificiality and glamour of the film world, he says with emphasis. This is the reason that this is the reason for his withdrawal from the film world. What is the reason? He cannot come to terms with the artificiality and glamour of the film world. He cannot make adjustment with the film world. That much simple person, that much honest in his profession. So, he is not interested to do the works related to film. So, today we are discussing this much point. First one is Bismillahkhan's love of shehnai. And we had seen that his love for shehnai started in his early life itself. His uncle is an inspiring one. His uncle gave him a lot of practices. And the people started to recognize his skill. Ustad Bismillahkhan, and Afghan king, some other people. And his venture in the film world, he started to do some works for Kannada and Hindi films. Only 2 films, but he was not interested to do the works for film because he didn't like the artificiality and the glamour side of the film world. More than that, very important point is that he got chance to play shehnai on the day of independence in front of Jawaharlal Nehru.